So it's been a little over a week since the Lean Horse 100, and I figured I better put out a little recap race video. So I'm gonna kind of just go over what the thoughts or feelings were, what had happened, and how the race ended up. So just before the race, we tried to keep everything normal. I did eat a little Olive Garden the night before, which not sure was the best idea looking back on things, but we tried to keep everything the same as it normally would be on like a regular long run day. We did take some Imodium, which I'm not sure was a great choice either, but really just tried to keep it calm leading into the race. So getting to the start, I felt pretty good. It was a fairly cool day for early or late July, early August. So I was pretty excited about that. And I felt really good for all of maybe half to 3/4 of a mile before the feeling of having to take a shit instantly set in. So that was where the stomach issue started, just that early into the race. So even though we were feeling a little rough, we still were trying to just keep it smooth and hoping it was gonna pass. We wanted to get through those 8 stations really quick and not even really have to stop moving if we didn't need to. So the first few we did rolling through, like didn't really stop at all. Kept moving as we got aid. The later in the race and the heavier the stomach issues got and more fatigued, we did end up stopping a little bit, but never for very long. We kept it fairly smooth.
Yeah, buddy!
So about 10 miles in, I was still fairly optimistic that that possibly the stomach stuff would go away once we got a little deeper in.
10 miles in, 7:09 average pace.
But it pretty much just stuck with me most of the race, and then by the time we hit mile 20 is when I just decided to throw up. So it was 2 wood stops for number 2, and then had to peel off to throw up like right around mile 20. After that, though, didn't really have to stop for any more number 2 breaks or to puke at all after that. But
20 miles in, 7:26 average pace. We are having some stomach cramps.
once I got to mile 30, that's the last aid station before you start this big climb to get to the turnaround. So being mentally prepared for that and having done this race 2 times before, I was a lot more familiar with it and knew what was coming up and knew that this was going to be kind of a crucial part of the race. But I think we kept it pretty consistent. We were having to do a lot more walk-run just because the stomach was so upset, so it kind of dictated the pace. But when we were running, we felt really good. It was just like there was a ball that would just slowly work its way up, and then it would be like couldn't hardly run, have to walk for a while, let it work its way down, and then run. It would just, it was a constant battle of up and down, and that was pretty much the rest of the race, was fighting that.
30 miles in, 8:26 average pace. This is going to be a war, ladies and gents. It's going to be a war.
Looking good, buddy. Probably don't need to shout that loud.
40 miles in, 8:55 pace. It's a dogfight. Stomach is still fucked up, but the legs are there. Gotta keep pushing through.
After we battled our way up that 18 miles uphill, we got to the turnaround, and I mean, the legs were still there. The legs were feeling really good still. The stomach obviously was an issue, but then we got to turn around and take that downhill.
50 miles in, 9:06 average pace. Still in a bit of a dogfight. Feeling better though. What they say about dogfights though.
So I took advantage of that and really tried to push it on that downhill, which I think we worked our pace back down quite a bit on those 18 miles downhill. But then we had to turn and do some more ups and downs to get to the finish line, and by that point it was getting dark. Well, it was already dark by that point, and picked up the first pacer at mile 70, which was an absolute game changer. I've had a pacer the first time I did this race, my first ever ultra, 3 years ago when I ran this race. But that was pretty much just having somebody to death march it in with me, which was extremely helpful, don't get me wrong, but having pacers to help keep push me and keep me running definitely helped a lot versus just, going solo. Definitely helped as far as the mental aspect, having some conversation and kind of helping take my mind off of some of the pain I was in, some of the stomach feelings, and throwing some jokes at it instead of just wallowing in self-pity. But definitely helped to push me through to the end. It was also really nice getting towards Hill City, because that's like the section of trail that I knew the best, because that's where I did a lot of the training runs down there on the trail. For this race. So just kind of getting in and knowing where I was at helps a lot. The familiarity does, for sure. I would really recommend anybody that is running a race, if you can go get some time on course, super helpful. But taking it in and seeing the track was really nice. I had my mom pace the last little 4-mile section with me too, which was cool to have her out there with me. She's been a huge support for a lot of these races and things, so having her be able to pace the last section was pretty cool. And then getting to that finish was awesome. We held on for the win, even with all the stomach issues and battling. I'm extremely proud of the effort. I knew from the start that it was going to be an absolute dogfight if I wanted to get there, and we ended up getting there and holding on for first place.
When your watch says 99.7 past the finish line.
I could not have done it without the amazing crew and pacers, though. I want to thank my wife, Reagan, my mom, Jackie, and then brother-in-law, Keaton, and my good buddy Zach, as well as my mother-in-law Wendy. All of them were out there helping a lot, getting everything ready for me, and helping me to pursue these things. Overall, it wasn't quite the day we wanted. We were quite a bit short of our time, but like I said, really proud of the effort and battling, even though we were in such a low from the start. I'm just ready to get back into training and really get ready for Tunnel Hill coming up. We also have the Bismarck Marathon along the way there, but I'm really only going to kind of slightly taper the week of that race and just use it more as a training run along the way. But really excited to keep at it, man, and keep taking big shots. Never stop taking big swings. Also, if you guys are wanting any sort of products from BPN or Dream Recovery, it's code Muskie for 10% off. If you want to help support your boy, that's also a great way to do it. So go ahead and check those out.